Blah, 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 blah. What do it, bitches? What do bitches? What it do? Oh God. Well, I sort of went on a binge collecting information to look at and stuff. So I thought, well, might as well do a little Ignarist take on the whole thing. So honestly, this one is a little interesting because I mean, I got like headlines I normally don't look at actually. If that makes any difference, mainly just because there's like some stuff up here that were really that were really interesting. And then there's this. The first one I think you're gonna especially love. I think the first one you'll act like this. It's too good. It's too good. But first, I need to loosen myself up, cause my God, like honestly, I wish I got a camera by this point. I need to get one, cause you guys will find it a little amusing how I look like right now. I'm literally just like wrapped up in a cocoon, like a cocoon of blanket, just sitting here, not giving a shit. I mean, what's funny? I think what's funny about it is just that I've been up all day, just not doing anything. But as soon as I want to sit down and do some like shit up here, I feel cold, and I'm just like, brr, I don't feel comfortable. Like hoard all my blankets and wrap myself around it. Uh, but we'll get into it here real quick. I just, you know my usual routine. I mean, I gotta smoke a little bit before we get into this because of how absurd some shit can be, dude. Like shit can be crazy sometimes. Very, very crazy. Boom. All right. Bowl is loaded and prepped and ready to go. Man, man, oh man. I feel like I should give y'all a hint about what we're about to do today. I suppose for videos, because uh, I might as well give you a hint. Let's just say a lot of it has to do with the Middle East, and there is actually I think over half of this shit is probably on that. Just looking at this, now that I'm just realizing, I just realized I think half of it is just over there. We got one on banning things, and then strikes and stuff, and then there's like some let's hope climate change doesn't fuck our asshole up even more than it already is, stuff that oh, what's this? Ew. Oh, I found another link, dude. I found another article, bro. I just found another article to look at. Cool. Right in the middle of the show. Sweet. Trump. Oh, here's another one. Trump admitted exploring police crack. Oh, boy. Okay. I kind of spoiled that one, but I was reading that as I was looking at it. So, anyway, well, now we got like more links. So, God damn it. I didn't mean to stack more against myself like this, but I did. Ah, shit. All right, well, let me smoke a bowl real quick. Let's just get right into it. Oh, boy, man. Dutch man jailed for trespassing at Area 51. Okay, I love this one. I love it. Oh, do you not want to scroll, you fuck? OBS? No. I'm trying to do a show here, motherfucker. There. Thank you. Well, yes, there you go. You're working now. Okay. So, I don't know if anyone remembers that Area 51 meme, like on Facebook, where it's like, hey, let's all, like, meet up at Area 51 and go storm that place. We'll Naruto run. Well, looks like we got some of our first victims. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's what I found. So, Let's so two Dutch tourists. God, it's, out of everybody, it's the Dutch. It's the Dutch that did it, dude. It's the fucking Dutch. Oh my god. So two Dutch tourists who told authorities they wanted to take a video of Area 51 have pleaded guilty to misdemeanor trespass and illegal parking following their arrest at a different secure U.S. government site at Nevada. A different government secure. Just say Area 51. A judge on Monday sentenced Govert Sweep. I'm assuming it's probably like Swep or something, or Swip. Govert Swep, 21, and T.S. Granzia, 20. Y'all can fucking roast me on that. 20. So a 20 and 21. Wow, what win? This guy looks like an exceptional winner. To 10 days in county jail, but said they could be released in 3 days if they pay fines of $2,280 apiece. Damn. I mean, just on the initial thing, is this? I mean, don't. I mean, they're tourists. I'm gonna give them a little benefit of the doubt. Maybe you shouldn't be trespassed. Like they didn't know. Honestly, they knew. Let's be fair. They knew they were getting into Area 51. They knew what they were getting into. I mean, honestly, like 10 days in a county jail is actually kind of surprising to me. And $2,280 apiece for a fine if they, like, fuck, dude. They got some nice treatment. The men also surrendered a computer. Also surrendered a computer and camera equipment and an aerial drone that their attorney. Oh yeah, they knew, dude. They were totally, dude. Okay, these guys were definitely wanting to do that Area 51 raid. Like, they had a drone. They had like a camera equipment. Come on, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, you guys? What do you think was gonna happen? Oh, what the fuck is that? I don't care about you. You're not relevant. We're not talking about you. Well, this is a very short story anyway, so who cares? But it was funny nonetheless. I just wanted to show it. There's people out there that tried, and they were Dutch. out of anywhere they could have come from, they were Dutch. And why, like, dude, what's with your glasses? Like, what's going on here? I'm just curious about the glasses more, honestly. What happened here, bro? He just looks like he's just like, why did I even, like... I feel like he got dragged along. Like, this guy really looks like he regretted everything about just everything, and this guy looks like he dragged him along. This guy looks like he was the one who orchestrated to get him to do all this. I mean, I don't know. It's fun. It's a funny little story. Anyway, well, let's find these. Let's check out these headlines I found. So, what's this? Go away. Trump administration exploring police crackdown on homeless people. Oh, don't. Isn't this adorable? Isn't this adorable? Exploring police crackdown on home, like, okay. Like, this is, God, this ad is just, like, yeah, let's just have a protruding ad in front of me while I'm trying to, like, think about this bullshit. Yeah, give me an ad about Everest or whatever the fuck and tell me how great that place is, and let's get it a little extra gentrified or some shit. And yeah, while this is the reality of what America looks like, yeah, let's actually do that instead. Fuck you. All right, so the White House has said is exploring police to remove homeless people from the streets, a vague threat that has escalated concerns about Trump pushing a law enforcement crackdown in California. A new report from President's Council of Economic Advisors said policing may be an important tool to help remove people off the street into shelter or housing where they can get services they need. Police crackdown is not how you do that, dumb fuck. Like, what? If you're doing police crackdowns on homeless, by that definition, they're gonna be arrested and put into, like, a fucking jail. Not, like, do you think that when police find a homeless dude, they're going to send him to the nearest homeless shelter? Is that what the fuck this Council of Economic Advisors say? Like, is that what they think? Is that what Trump thinks? Like, oh,
homeless person gets arrested, they go straight to a homeless shelter to be rehabilitated. Blah, blah, blah.
Like, no, that's not what happens. They go to fucking prison where more likely they're at least, where, if anything, they're at least gonna get like that 3 hots and a cot. So, if anything, they're probably likely to go back into that type of shit. So, if anything, you're just enabling this type of problem to get worse, aren't you? The policy doc was published just before Trump's visit to California. Oh, God. On Tuesday, and comes amid his increasing attacks on
Democrats in Los Angeles and San Francisco over the homeless crisis.
Yeah, because it's just the Democrats that, and in Democrat states where homeless is a fucking crisis, it's just the left that, in their policies and liberal policies that just caused the homeless crisis. It's just Democratic ideas, right? Just that, huh? Yeah, let's totally forget that there's a homeless crisis in Texas. There's a homeless crisis in the just the broader South in places like New Orleans, fucking Alexandria and places like that, Savannah and Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all these fucking different little places in Tennessee, Nebraska. It's fucking places like Michigan too, even, which I know is not exactly a right state. Still, there's like right-wing strongholds out in places like that. And in California, too. You think Orange County is some liberal bastion or some shit? You think the Central Valley of California is like a liberal bastion like the rest of it? Fuck no. So to say that it's just the Democrats who caused the homeless crisis is just a stupid, tribalistic, monkey shit-throwing mentality that continues on with the rest of this political discourse in America. Trump further griped about the presence of homeless people while speaking to reporters on Tuesday, saying they live
our best highways, our best streets, our best entrances to buildings where people pay tremendous taxes.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a total, just narrow-sighted way to think about the whole problem. Yeah.
Oh, these random people who just happen to be here are making our best infrastructure look totally awful. Oh my God. Oh,
even though most like the U.S. infrastructure gets a grade of D+ and shit like that, and also is literally crumbling before our eyes. And yeah, what? Yeah, totally. Fuck off. He said L.A. and San Francisco
destroy themselves by allowing what's happening.
And that some residents want to move away because of tent encampments. Okay, well, this part isn't necessarily untrue. Yeah, San Francisco and LA destroyed themselves by allowing what's happening. Yeah, but guess what? Is it because they're liberal bastions and shit? No, it's because that they're corporatist shitheels, strongholds, just like a lot of the liberal bastions in the America and shit, like LA, Hollywood, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, and shit. Like, all these places are, yes, left, but also very corporatist. You know, being from Portland, and actually there's a story where it kind of relates to me locally from here in this type of shit, where I will get into later. This type of a lot of the shit that, yes, is good, you know, from left policies and things, end up getting fucked over either later down the road or within the initial pushing of it at first, because there is a lot of money and a lot of influence by corporate America in these type of places, and that is a lot of the reasons why. Do you think California's like droughts are because the liberals are trying to like destroy their own environment? No, it's because of corporations like Nestle extract the fucking water out of the suck out the water in these regions and sell back to the fucking people in these same communities for a buck, so they can make extra profit. And that's just one example of many of the fucking reasons why this type of shit happens. And yes, it is due to some Democrats too, but guess what? Republicans are on board with it just as much, motherfucker, including Trump. And this whole idea of, oh, let's just police crackdown on them totally works. Yeah, that's totally a good idea. Why don't we have like a program instead where if police find someone who's homeless, they literally will just like have someone call over like a van or some shit, and they escort them to an actual like facility, like out of the city or some shit, where they can get processed to get rehabilitated and actually get like a trade job or some shit, and that, or and actually work and get rehabilitated back into society, and actually try to help them as much as we try to help ourselves. Because I don't know. That seems like the idea of what progress is in order to try to help. I don't know, make America great. If that's the whole idea. If that's the whole idea that Trump wants to do, because we know that's his whole big spiel. I mean, it's very like, what else is going on in here? The president who's visiting the Bay Area and LA, has made his attacks on liberals. Of course. This is always his fucking thing. Same with the right. And the left do the total opposite by saying it's the right-wingers and conservatives and whatever the fuck. It's back and forth, same bullshit. LA's Skid Row, which is basically half of LA at this point, is an area considered the epicenter of the homeless crisis, has also received increasing national attention. I wonder why. Including a tour by Trump administration officials last week, a visit Tuesday by Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke. Oh my God.
I need to try to connect with the people. I need to connect with the people so I can go out and be a dork. So I can go into different counties and help people because that's what I want to do. Because, yeah, I'm Beto. Yeah. The CEA report noted that almost half of the unsheltered homeless people live in California and said that policies such as the extent of policing of street activities may play a role in why some states have larger homeless populations. Wait, what? So, policies such as a extent of policing of street activities. Okay, hold up. So the President's Council of Economic Advisors are saying policing may be an important tool to help move people off the street, and then they're saying down here policies such as the extent of policing of street activities may play a role of why some states have larger homeless populations. So what? Hold on. They're saying it's going to help it, but at the same time, they're saying it is why some of them have larger homeless populations. So they're literally contradicting themselves within the God damn it. The report also says more tolerable conditions for sleeping on the streets increases homelessness. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Nah. More tolerable conditions for sleeping on the streets increases homelessness? Are you fucking kidding me? How do you even do that? How do you make, quote, tolerable conditions? I don't think living on the streets is tolerable. Does this look tolerable to you, motherfucker? I don't know. What? Are you, huh? How, what? How do you do that? By maintaining the infrastructure? By making it like an A+ or whatever the fuck? By making the streets actually look clean and decent and stuff? What, that increases homelessness? Do you even know why there is a fucking homeless problem in the first place, CEA, Council of Economic Advisors? Oh my God. Wow. This entire system literally is against you. Like, this is basically putting the underlying idea that maybe maintaining the streets and shit makes it more tolerable for homeless to go sleep on them, so maybe that's a bad idea. Like, it's a little, like, that's what I'm getting, that's what I am getting at with this. So, it seems like the whole crumbling infrastructure thing might play a role with, it's just these administrations from the Trump to Obama to Bush, from Clinton back, going back and back and back. Always, pushing these ideas of, how about we, decrease the investment into this, and then we put it into the private sector where then the free market can then decide what will actually truly be best, and then blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's kind of what's literally killing this country from the inside out, and they're even kind of admitting it. subtly from what I can see here. I don't know. Like, to you guys, like, what do you think? Like, this to me seems like they said one thing here, but then they're saying another thing. Well, and then, which to me looks like the underlying premise is maybe keeping good, maybe having our street conditions actually highly maintained and in good condition increases home. Like, I don't know. That to me sounds like, maybe maintaining streets is not a good idea. Investing in maintaining streets actually make costs a lot more money, because then people just want to sleep on the streets more, because then you're going to have to put more money to deal with people on the streets some more. And when the streets and conditions are looking pretty good, then people just want to go sleep on the streets instead of, go be in a proper home, like, putting themselves up by bootstrap because there's some lazy liberal communist blah, 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 wanting free stuff. It's just like, oh, fuck you. Like, this is stupid shit. It totally undermines the true reason why there's an actual fucking homeless problem. Never mind the medical debt, the student loan debt, the fucking just general debt that people have to deal with all the time in this country. Forget the fact that people barely can make enough money to go paycheck to paycheck and shit. Forget the fact that, over half of this fucking country can't even make a $600 emergency bill for whatever they might need. Let's just forget that, our entire lower and middle classes are slowly dying, and this country is slowly dying from the inside out, and let's just totally undermine that. Fuck you. Biden, Warren gain in latest poll and Democratic primary voters. This is kind of a nice little side tangent into it too, because do you think the Democrats even really want to truly fix fucking things? Because I don't think Warren really truly does. Yeah, sure. We got the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. She supposedly is for Medicare for all. She is supposedly wanting to back down from wars, even though she has voted for every single military Trump budget that Trump has put forth for increasing our military budget every fucking time, every fucking year. And she also is very wish-washy on lots of different fucking issues, including when it comes to our education, our fucking infrastructure, when it comes to climate, and when it comes to a lot of fucking issues like our homeless crisis too. She seems to be really wishy-washy and undermine a lot, or not undermine, but be very both feed in let's actually try to fix shit, and the corporatist let's keep the status quo. And I think her feet at the end of the day are in that status quo, because at the end of the day, that's what she really wants, to try to get into the top. Same with Biden too. And when they're increasing in the polls for, I don't know, because the DNC, as usual, rigs the entire fucking system, where as long as we can get the most contested voters away from Bernie into basically anyone else, then we can at least get it into a contested vote the first round and get the superdelegates involved for the second round, and then we can anoint either Warren or Biden. Honestly, now that we're in the third debate, now that we're this far in, I feel comfortable enough to say that the nomination will either be Biden or Warren. Because the DNC is going to make goddamn sure that Bernie will never fucking make it. As much as I love him, as much as I want him, but the DNC ain't going to allow it. We can look back to last election to understand that. Do you think they're going to change? You think, suddenly now that the superdelegates are around too, things are different, and then we might actually get some change and shit even with someone like Warren? Fuck no. Things haven't changed. It's a whole rigged system. We're all being played like a goddamn fiddle. Mr. Biden was a top choice of 31% of Democratic primary voters, while Warren was favored by 25% in poll, which was conducted after the party's third primary debate in Houston last week. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders was the only other candidate with double digits at 14%. Mr. Biden and Ms. Warren were the only candidates whose support grew meaningfully since July survey, but measures of voter enthusiasm for Ms. Warren have risen during the year while declining for Biden. So that's why it's probably going to be these two. Fortunately, Bernie's support seems to stay in double digits but never really goes far. Warren seems to be increasing, and Biden slowly decreases. So who do you think it's really going to be? And at the end of the day, this is especially one reason why I'm not going to vote for Warren. she's not even in favor of money out of politics in the general election. She's not even in favor. She is in favor of taking big money in the general election. She is okay with maybe taking it out and taking dark money out of primaries and shit. Having fair primary elections. But she, fuck. You know what? Hold up. Let me look it up. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Gotta look it up. Gotta go on YouTube because I'm pretty sure it was in an interview on TYT actually. Let's see here. Fucking hell. I have to go find this shit. Oh, well, here's something. I don't think this is directly off of,
Elizabeth.
This is, CNBC. Fuck you. Just, let's see here. Does it actually, put out the information I need? It doesn't have it. Fuck. Okay, well, I'll have to just look up TYT specifically then. God damn it. Okay. I think. Is this it?
What is it?
Junk. Oh no. Where is this, I'll look in the comments real quick because they'll say it in here. Oh, yeah, and I believe this is it.
Oh, it has been an America that has been filtered. It's that right now in Washington, money is everything. This is what I talk about in the book. This fight is our fight, as you know. I talk about the big arc of when America once worked for working people and how unions strengthened, how we built a middle class, how we created opportunity for kids like me, for kids that grew up in families that had nothing. And how that changes starting in 1980, going forward to 2017, and how it has been an America that has been filtered. Every decision in Washington gets filtered through how it affects the rich and the powerful. And that's because of the donor class. But I just want to add so much more. And that's what I talk about in the book. It's not just about donors. It's about the lobbyists, the armies of lobbyists that are there. It's about the bought and paid for experts. It's about the so-called think tanks that just churn out churn out ideas that come exactly from the donor base. It's how money, I describe it at one point, how money slithers through Washington like a snake. And it is there at every point, and it's affecting every decision we make. And if we don't fight back, it truly will destroy our democracy.
So that's, of course, absolutely right. In 1980 is when the turn happens, partly because of Supreme Court decisions, Buckley v. Vallejo and Belay in 70.
Okay.
In essence, legally bribe politicians. So now it's easy for me to point that out, and it's easy for me to criticize Republicans and Democrats on that issue. And you mentioned think tanks. Center for American Progress, you've spoken there, is a Democratic think tank. Third Way has attacked you as a so-called centrist think tank, but I think they're wolf in sheep's clothing that pretend to be on the left, but in fact work completely for corporations. Third Way is a little easier for you. Center for American Progress is a little harder for you, since you've spoken there, and I'm sure you have friends there.
Oh my God, Jank. Jesus. Can we just get to the next question so we can fuck?
Easy for me to say, not so easy for you to say. So how do you balance collegiality and working together with Democratic colleagues and some of the realities you know about
here we go.
Their donor base, or if you're going to be charitable, your differences of opinion?
So look, for me, this is not about collegiality. I just want to be blunt. I'm not running for Miss Popularity. That ship sailed a long time ago. But for me, what this is really about is fighting for the same set of issues I came to the United States Senate to fight for. I came to politics very late in life. I thought I'd spend my whole life as a teacher and a researcher. And what I kept watching is what was happening to America's middle class, what was happening to working families, what was happening to the poor, what was happening to opportunity in America. I'll work with anyone who will help us expand opportunity again. And I want to make a spirited defense that there are folks like Joe Manchin.
See, that's where the problem lies, right there. That's where the fucking problem lies. See, she words everything right there nice and sweet. It makes it sound like, oh, yeah, you want to fight for me, right? But then she says, oh, I'm willing to work with anyone. And let me just defend people like Joe fucking Manchin. Yeah, she's a wolf in sheep's clothing, too. Yeah, Jank. Yeah, people like Third Way are wolves in sheep's clothing. Guess who else is? The motherfucker right in front of you, too. See, this is why I don't trust her. Because if she's willing to work with motherfuckers like Joe Manchin, then get the fuck out of here. They should be working with people like you, not you working with them. And, cooperatively working together. If anything, you should get that motherfucker out of the office. Fuck that piece of shit. And yet you're going to work with him? So far for being progressive, am I right? You're going to work with a blue dog, a Republican light Dem? On what? Healthcare? Gun control? Foreign policy? Our energy? With like fossil fuels? That brings a lot of fucking questions now, does it? Really questions your integrity and my trust for you. That's why I don't trust you. And that's why I ain't voting for you. But, yeah, she might be the nominee. And you really think she's going to beat Trump? Does anyone actually think she will beat Trump? Because she ain't. Like, Trump can literally just be Pocahontas and it'd be done for her. Like, Trump knows how to play his base like a fiddle, knows how to play people's emotions like a fiddle. And, I mean, all he has to do is just focus on the electoral states like that he won last time, and shit, he'd be fine. It doesn't take a genius to know someone like Biden or Warren is prone to losing to Trump and very likely to. Public pollster, I mean, whatever. I've talked about all I need to on this one. Let's talk about storm-resistant parks are helping cities defend against flooding. This is a very grainy picture. This actually really sucks. I need some fucking tea here. Jesus. Well, you know what? Let's just kind of look at the headline real quick. This isn't going to help anything. Like, yeah, maybe storm-resistant parks. Okay, sure. All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, man, this is how I found those two, by the way. They're right there. Anyway, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really think this is going to help anything. And what do I mean? And what am I by anything? I mean just on a whole broader reflection of climate change, because all these storm surges and all the rainfall of recent years is part of the whole broader issue of climate change. So you get shit like this, you know, sure, yeah, it might help with flooding for the short-term stuff, but, I mean, does it really help with the long-term effects of climate change? No. Oh, here was a better picture. Who the fuck? Get out of here, pharmaceutical corrupt criminal industry. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. I can't skip you. I can't skip you. You evil piece of disgusting private insurance lobbying pieces of shit. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, here we go. This is go. Get out of here. Okay. Image. Oh, well, here we go. Well, Kale. This is South Hunters Point in New York, I guess. There's only 2 pics, and they're all kind of shitty. All right, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So at the end of the day, is this stuff really going to help? Sure. For the short term, when it comes to short-term flooding, when it comes to weather getting more severe, more problematic, and far more worse for just our existence, just existing. Just on this own damn planet. So, overall, I mean, cool, nice, not really. It's like trying to ban plastic straw. Oh my God, they don't stop. I'm getting out of here. Fuck this site, MSN. Fuck you. But yeah, so like, it's just like it's nice. It's gonna help short term for things, but really, is it gonna help the fact that there's gonna literally be parts of the world that are uninhabitable because of heat, increasing heat temperatures, hospitable weather conditions, et cetera, et cetera. Like, this is shit that needs to be addressed, like, now. Like, we need to address these things, because if we don't now, then how the fuck are we going to address it when it is right at our doorstep? You feel me? Like, it's like seeing, a stranger pull up to your driveway, and and they look suspicious, and you don't feel comfortable with them pulling up in your driveway, and they're about to come out and come up to your door, right? Well, you're going to probably want to address the situation before they're right up at your door. Or else if they're right up at your door, being conspicuous and shit, and you open the door and shit, well, they might just attack and rob your shit or something. Who knows? You don't want to deal with that fucking risk. You want them away from your door, and you want to dress it face on. I don't know if that analogy works, but I'm using it, so fuck you. But yeah, like, climate change is something that we can just sit around on our asses anymore. But yet, even on the places where they do acknowledge it, they're sitting on their asses like, oh yeah, we'll make our carbon emissions go down by 0.2 instead of having it at like a 3 or something. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that totally is going to work. Yeah, that's totally going to solve things. Yeah, totally. What a joke. Anyway, GM drops workers' health care during the strike. The company says it's standard procedure. It's just standard procedure. If workers are not happy with the conditions that their company is in, fuck you. We're going to take your benefits away. General Motors has dropped healthcare plans for tens of thousands of striking workers about 2 days into the stoppage, a move that underscored tensions between the two sides. The United Auto Workers Union, which represents the roughly 49,000 workers whose walkout has effectively halted GM's production in the United States, released an internal letter on Tuesday saying that it has been given notice that the company has stopped healthcare benefits because of the strike. The UAW said that it would provide medical assistance or cover employees' healthcare fees under COBRA in the interim from the pool of money it keeps for strikes. GM spokesman David Barnes said that the decision was standard practice during stoppages, likened it to the cessation of worker paychecks. An explainer about strikes on the UAW's website does note that it typically pays worker medical plans in such situations. We understand strikes are difficult and disruptive to families, GM said in a statement Barnes distributed. While on strike, some benefits shift to being funded by union strike fund in the case hourly employees are eligible for union-paid COBRA so that their health benefits can continue. Employees' dental and vision plans will not be covered during the strike. Harley Scheichen, a labor expert at the University of California, Berkeley, said that he believed that the mechanics of the move were uncommon. In the past, what the pattern has been is when strike begins, the company continues to health care, but the UAW pays for it through its strikes fund. Scheichen said in a phone interview, this time going COBRA so quickly is very unusual. So which means that employees will have to be enrolled in healthcare coverage when the strike ends. You know what? This is just further proof that we just need fucking universal healthcare. Like, you know what? I go further and say we should have it nationalized, public funded of public institutions. I want that far. I don't. It's like, fuck this stupid private enterprise that has poisoned our fucking healthcare system like a goddamn parasite. Because this is the goddamn bullshit that it causes. And like I said, I actually do have a little bit of a personal anecdotal Ignar coming out. My work in my union, where I work at, is considering a fucking strike because it is tied in with Kroger. A totally different thing, different union, it's different. However, our company also says it's standard procedure to and says we will revoke all of your benefits to do the same thing. You think this is just GM? Nah, this is how the system is played. This is all according to plan for the greater system at the end of the day. Oh, you feel like you're being fucked over because you're not paid enough and you don't get enough fair wages and the conditions at your workplace are very fucking awful. You're gonna go on strike. How about we make it worse for you? How about we remove your benefits? How about we'll make the union just deal with you because apparently you're more loyal to them than to us. You had to be productive for them, but not for us, the corporation. So we gotta punish you for being a bad worker. Fuck this shit. Fuck this stupid, capitalistic, endless, expansionistic nonsense that we have to deal with every day in this stupid systematic society that we have to deal with. Look at it. Look what it does. Look what it causes. Now I'm supposed to sit around here and just take it? And just be like, yeah, we're just gonna, just sit here and just not have any health care because having a broken arm is not as important than going into your corporate wage slave job in your 40-hour work week or maybe 30 hours just so they can so they don't have to give you the benefits because they're not working quote full time. Fuck this shit. Corporate America is America. The corporations in the United States is the United States. And what I mean by that is in every form. In the government, in how things get done in this country, and how people think in this country, everything revolves around it. And until we drop and kill this mentality that is plaguing not just this country, but the whole fucking world, then we are globally are just fucked. We just are. Like, there's no stopping it. Honestly, I don't even think there is stopping this unless you literally collapse it, which honestly I'm in favor of. I'm okay with America collapsing. I'm okay with such an economic collapse where another nation becomes the top dog, like fucking Russia or France or some shit. I don't know, some random country. I don't care. Like, that's going to happen. Or maybe it'll be a multitude of different countries. Maybe the rest of the world will figure it out on their own and cooperatively start working together, minus a few other places and shit regionally. And then just, you'll see, like most of the world looking nice, and then, chunks of it just look like barren, apocalyptic wastelands, including the United States. There's places in the U.S. already akin to the third world. And we're not collapsing? And the collapse is not inevitable? Bullshit. Anyway, I got some videos too here, so so this is something that's kind of popped on and off and I've been hearing about. So the FDA has now officially banned flavored e-cigs. So that's a nice little vape box right there. Look at that. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's nice, simple, kind of looks like a phone with the camera on there, I don't know. Kind of like it. All right, well, let's just play the video, see what Kyle says. I haven't watched the video yet, so kind of want to play the full thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that bitch. In the meantime, I'm going to load a bowl too and shit. Do I have anything in my grinder yet? I don't. Well, as good time as any, right?
We're all supposed to be afraid of now. Trump says the FDA to ban flavored e-cigarettes.
Boo.
Now, it's not just Trump, actually. It's also some Democrats getting in on the fun here. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced an emergency ban on all flavors of e-cigarettes, excluding tobacco and menthol.
Boo. And I love how you exclude tobacco and menthol, you dumb motherfucker. Vaping is dangerous, period. Smoking cigarettes is dangerous. Drinking alcohol is dangerous. Drinking caffeine is dangerous. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Dumbass. Like, really? We're just going to exclude e-cigs in this whole what is dangerous and what isn't for substances. But we're not going to also include the obvious, societal ills that are normal, that are considered just anchored in and just, already a part of society, like alcohol and tobacco and shit. Like, those are, quote, societal ills, which I agree with to some extent. Do I think it's bad? No. Do I think, societal ills is, like, a bane on society at the end of the day? No. but it can be. Smoking tobacco can be a societal ill on some people, and drinking alcohol can be too. But at the same thing, it could be a very great social experience to partake in things like that. So it's, how the person uses it for the most part that makes it the ill, not the fact that it exists. Dumbasses. Oh my God.
Vaping is dangerous, period. All right, so let me talk about the, myriad ways this doesn't make any sense at all. Menthol's a flavor. It's like a minty flavor. So when they say
in the name
flavored,
like menthol's in the name, like menthol, menthol, like it's in the name, kind of. Like it's not literally in the name, but it's you kind of hear it in the name. Like, come on, it's basically peppermint for all intents and purposes. Not like literal peppermint, but it's minty. Like, I haven't had menthols because I don't smoke cigarettes or anything, but like I've smelt them, and there's definitely like when people secondhand smoking it, and there's definitely like a minty even in the after smoke, just like a minty like something, like so it's like it's a flavor, you idiot. You're excluding a flavor, but you're gonna get other fuck you.
Cigarettes because they're dangerous. Well, menthol's a flavor, so it's like it. Point is, I don't agree with the ban of it, but they're not even consistent in their stupidity. It's not even like, okay, no, we mean it. All the flavors gone. It's just like, it's so arbitrary. So they're getting rid of all the flavor. Now the argument they use is, what about the children? Oh, the children. Okay, but there are rules and there are laws that apply here. You have to be, I think, 18 years or older to vape. So,
and also, if a child gets a hold of it, that onus is on the fucking parent. So maybe you should hold the parents responsible, not the children.
How about you just enforce that? There's an idea. It's not like, imagine this argument when it comes to alcohol. The children! Oh, the children! They're kids who get into their parents' minibar, and then they drink, and then they have to go to the hospital. It's not good. Some of them have even died. But the reaction to that from society is very simply, yeah, but we're adults and we like alcohol, so how about you fuck off? The argument is like, just enforce the age limits. That's it.
And even then, I don't necessarily even 100% agree with that. Because, like I said, the onus should be on the parents. The fact that the parents were irresponsible with their child enough to just let them sneak into their liquor cabinet and drink and potentially die, because they have to go to hospital from alcohol poisoning, that onus should be on the parent. And they should be held responsible, for that type of shit. So, yeah, we're adults. And adults are allowed to drink, so enforce the drinking ages, but also enforce, what should happen with the, enforce, the responsibility on the parent too, to ensure that their children never get near this type of shit, and that they're and actually make them and actually have like planned parenting and actual responsible parenting and shit. It's really, it's just simple shit. Like I'm not even a parent. I think that's just something that should be kind of like a basic thing for a parent to know. It's like, hey, I want to make sure that my kid is not near harmful substances, even though I like to partake in them. Like, I like to smoke weed, for example, right? Well, I'm going to not be anywhere near my kid, probably not even smoke if I had a kid, which I won't because I don't want one. And I wouldn't have it near it. Like, it would be in like a closet locked away in like some safe somewhere or some shit. Like, it wouldn't, like, the kid wouldn't have a pipe or a peep to know it if I did it until he was like 16 or some shit in high school, or she, or whatever the fuck. But again, I don't want kids. I ain't gonna have any, so I'm not really worried about stuff like that. I just think that, people just should be actually fucking smart when raising kids, because a lot of the problems, I think, do come with the fact that, people are raised with shit fuck parents.
But for this, all of a sudden, there's a moral panic. Why? And I'm not joking about this. There were articles that came out recently, and there's been a grand total of, allegedly, 6 deaths from vaping. 6. Now, the details are murky, and what exactly is it that led to the deaths? And is it all kinds of vapes that are the problem? Or e-cigarettes, I should say? Is it all kind of e-cigarettes that are the problem? Or is it only a specific kind? What's the exact reason that led to it? What was the disease that developed that then led to the deaths? There are all these questions. We're not waiting for answers. They're just going, ban it. Just ban it. That's good. We just want
See, yeah, this is honestly, like, I totally agree with Kyle on this because this is my argument here. I'm never in favor of banning anything. In fact, I've talked on my streams and I've mentioned it there. It's like, how about you regulate what is harmful about these fucking vapes? Because how about we research what the fuck is wrong with them? Instead of just going, oh, let's just ban it because it's harmful. No. What a stupid, emotional, reactionary way of thinking. How about we think about what directly is wrong with them, if there is any, because, some of the details in these deaths are murky, yes. So it's like what led to these deaths, And if it is directly from the vaping, then what specifically in it is the problem, and let's regulate that out so it's safer. Basic logic, at least to me. It's just like, all right, let's figure out the solution, how to fix this problem. It's just like that. That's my basic mentality of thinking it. And it's just like, all right, well, 6 people died supposedly. All right, well, how did they die? Well, we don't even really know the specifics of that. It could be it could have been shit like ammonia, like what, like a collapsed lung, like what, like what was it? The vape. Like it's the whole, like, this is what I mean by, you know what? Hold up, I actually had something, because this is what I mean about how the whole thing just goes according to plan in this whole system. Because, like, honestly, like I said, corporate America is also the American government. Like I said, because it owns us, dude. They own us. They own the FDA. They own the EPA. They own our energy agency. They own half of our infrastructure. They own the fossil fuel industry. They own all of it, dude. They own our military investments and shit like that. They own into all of our resource extracting and collection of all of our resources for the country and stuff. They own all of it, dude. Yeah, we pay it off with it, for our taxpayers. That's essentially why, we are taxpayers at this point, to just, bail out the corporations whenever they need it, instead of the other way around. But it's just because, shit like this goes all according to plan. And I actually had a little something I want to just kind of play out. Just because I feel like it kind of gives me good feelings.
You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan, even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that, like, a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up, nobody panics, because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds.
I just like that quote. And that scene, too. It's a good fucking scene. Anyway, I didn't want to show it because, well, copyright reasons. But, yeah. Like, they just, like, this is just one benign thing. And this is why, quote, everyone losing their minds. Yeah, I'll be good. I was just asked if I want some food. But, anyway, but I don't need food. So, this is what I mean by everyone losing their minds, because, yeah, everyone is kind of like, 6 people die from e-cigarettes and stuff, and then everyone's losing their fucking minds. But all this other shit, no one's freaking out. Because all just goes according to plan. This is why this type of shit is bullshit. This is why we're all played like a fucking fiddle. Because they're going to push out random things like, let's ban e-cigs because 6 people die from it. And even though there are thousands of people who die from tobacco and die from alcohol and stuff like that. Totally other substances, even caffeine, dude. There's more people die from caffeine than this shit. Like, come on. But again, it's just because we're played like a fiddle. And these drug companies make the money.
Ban it. That's the way to go. Let's
Ban it.
ban it. 6 people dead. So, just so everybody knows, and this is an amazing fact, 1,300 people die every single day from regular cigarettes.
Oh my god, that's even worse than what I fucking thought. I said thousands just as an off thing. Hundreds of thousands a day, dude. Oops, wrong clip.
Those are legal. They're legal. That's a total of 408,000 deaths per year. There's been 6 total for vaping.
Okay, not hundreds, thousands.
Now, there's a bigger reason why I'm against this, and granted, it's anecdotal, and it's a subjective experience, but nonetheless, I think it's valid.
He quit from
Vaping helped me quit cigarettes.
Yep.
I smoked Newport Lights for at least 5 years.
Yeah, so, the thing is, it kind of goes both ways, too. Sometimes, vaping will get the kids to smoke or whatever the fuck, but honestly, I don't think so. It's more likely the case that it will help people quit more so than the other way around. And if it doesn't help them quit, well, at least they're just using those or not smoking as much cigarettes, which is less harmful to them. So at the end of the day, they still are somewhat helping themselves. So at the end of the day, fuck this stupid ban shit. Just fuck all of it. I'll watch the rest of the video on my own time, though. But, this actually kind of leads up to another broader thing. So let me go here. Because, I'll go right there. So I'll start with this. I haven't seen this yet either. So I hope I can understand what the fuck is being said, because it does not look like I'll understand anything if there's no English subtitles or something. Actually, let me close captions, click for some settings. Yeah. English auto-generated. Okay, I guess that's all I got. Auto-translate. Yeah, it was... Whoa. Basque. Let's totally do Basque. English. Because... Wait. No, I speak American, bro. Where the fuck is that? Where's American, bro? There's Armenian, but there's no American. I'm just kidding. All right. English. Come on. Because I just want to make sure. I really don't know if they have, like, a English voiceover or something. But if they do, I won't need it. I'll just turn it off. But
in the Iranian capital today, the country's
oh, yep. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Fuck that.
supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, addressed theology students.
Theology students. Just to let you know, that is basically a sub-major in philosophy. So, philosophy as a major... There's a lot of major play with that in the Middle East, too, by the way. Especially when it comes to Islamic philosophy and theology. Especially if Shia... Like, do these guys, like... so I guess these guys don't wear, like, a full-on turban. Like, they kind of leave, like, a little hole in the top of these, I guess. Kind of interesting seeing, like, the different turban styles, actually. I actually kind of find that interesting. Like, this guy has it fully closed up. This, that one kind of... I'm sorry, but that one looks like a bunghole, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, they all kind of do, but oh my god, I'm an awful person. Anyway, let's just keep going.
Death to opposers of the leader, they chant. Death to America, death to the UK.
Oh no, I'm triggered. As an American, I'm so triggered. Oh no, death to America. Whatever shall I do?
There will be no engagement with America, he tells them. No talks, no negotiation. He made no direct reference to America's assertion that his country was responsible for the weekend strike on the 2 Saudi oil plants. Across the Gulf to the west in Saudi Arabia, the Saudi energy minister made his first public statement about the attack on his oil
Oh my
refineries.
God.
Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman has been in the job just 2 weeks. But unlike ally America, he would not be drawn on who was responsible.
Over the last 2 days, the damage has been contained, and more than half of the production capabilities that were damaged as a result of the attack have been recovered.
For now,
Good for you. Well, I guess here's some map of the damage area. I can't. Okay, hold on. Let's actually look at this. Is this the highest quality we got? Quality, yeah, 720. I just want to keep it like that. Yeah. What I see something here, but I don't even see anything. These look like they're fine. Is there any other ones that kind of look like that aren't damaged, quote unquote? Oh, looks like all of them are. So you can't, say they're not or not. Because did these look damaged? Like this one looks fine. This one looks fine. Fine. Where's the damage, dude? Like this one, like these look a little messed up because it looks like it's on the outer edge of the facility. Over here looks like a little something, but I can't tell. Like it just looks like maybe a plump of oil or some shit. I mean, it looks like there's damage there. This I can't even tell. Like it looks like it could be just like this could be like a shadow for like the oil plumes or something, or maybe fire. But this over here looks kind of bullshit. I don't see damage. Like over here maybe, but even then I don't know. Well, north is that. Okay, whatever.
this is as much as we've seen of the damage to the plants, which took out half of the country's oil production.
This took out half of the country's oil production in Saudi Arabia? Wow, you're pathetic. God. Wow. It's kind of pathetic how, like, destitute Saudi Arabia would truly be without the great aid and great healing, helping powers of America and UK and shit, dude. Like, it kind of boggles my mind a bit about, like, Saudi Arabia would just be a destitute desert shit heap if it was not for the fact that U.S. gives them money all the time. Because if they didn't have any assistance in anything from us, and this took out half their oil production, bruh, they'd be in, like, a depression for a decade. And honestly, good. I wish they did. They should be in a depression. See how they feel. Because honestly, Saudi Arabia is a shithole theocracy, and why would I sympathize with this place? And it's for the U.S. to just basically cuddle up with them, and to basically take their word and the officials of the UK and the U.S. Word that, oh, it was Iran. Shit's a fucking false flag, dude. Calling it out like that.
Satellite images released by America, which they now claim will form part of a collection of evidence which will prove that this was a multiple missile strike.
Okay, so that's what those were. Okay. Alright, so I guess there was some shit.
From inside Iran, not from Yemen.
Inside Iran, not from Yemen? On what? Based on what? Based on what? The good innocent angel words of the U.S. government or the Saudi Arabian government?
Debris has now been collected from the scenes. It's likely U.S. Secretary of State Pompeo will use this as part of America's case against Iran when he visits Riyadh in the morning.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Whatever to drum more war for the military-industrial complex, for Saudi Arabia, and for Israel, too. Because I got a story on that, too. But, speaking of which, we got Tulsi. She looks blissed, dude. She looks like she's... Like, I love, like, these random pause moments on people. Like, the first, 0-0. Like, the first, literally... She looks like she's either drunk or stoned right here. She's not, but, I just love it. Like, just pausing on a random, just them in the middle of, making a face, and then they just get, this, this look on them. Anyway, but she basically called out, Trump for being a puppet to Saudi Arabia. So let's just hear her.
Yesterday, President Trump offered to place our military, my brothers and sisters in uniform, under the command of Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the dictator of the Islamist Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Trump said we are locked and loaded, but are waiting to hear from the kingdom as to who they believe was the cause of this attack.
Aww, Trump's being a good little doggy. Aww, he's gonna wait until he becomes the attack dog. He's gonna wait for Saudi's command to be the little attack dog that could. How cute. How cute when things go according to plan like that. Ugh.
And under what terms we would proceed. Now, Mr. President, as you know, I have never engaged in hateful rhetoric against you or your family, and I never will. But you're offering our military assets to the dictator of Saudi Arabia to use as he sees fit is a betrayal of my brothers and sisters in uniform who are ready to give our lives for our country, not for the Islamist dictator of Saudi Arabia.
That's why I like her, because she calls it out how it is. Because Saudi Arabia is an Islamist dictatorship. That's what it is. Call it for what it is, Tulsi. That's why I like it. Now, I do have criticisms of her. I mean, even in this video, I already do. Like, the whole, like, my brothers and sisters in uniform, like, just say it, like, once in the beginning. Like, I think everyone understands it now. Like, we understand you're a vet. Like, we get this. Like, we don't need the continuous, like, repping of it. Like, the occasional mentioning I don't care about. Like, the first time she mentioned it, I was like, whatever, But, like, she said it, like, twice or three times, and it's like, okay, we get it, I mean, but still, like, regardless of this pet peeve bullshit, I mean, I agree with it. Yeah, I mean, she is calling it out as it is, and that's what I like about this. That's what I like about the little video. Let's watch the rest of it. It's not that long.
And for you to think that you can pimp out our proud servicemen.
Pimp out, oh damn. Oh shit.
Women to the Prince of Saudi Arabia is disgraceful. And it once again shows that you are unfit to serve as our commander-in-chief. As a member of Congress and as a soldier, I and all of my brothers and sisters in uniform have
again, Tulsi, come on. I just got through talking about this.
Taken an oath to protect and defend the American people and the Constitution of the United States of America. There is nothing in our Constitution that gives you the power to go to war without the express consent of Congress.
Sorry to break it to you, Tulsi, but we haven't been following that since Bush. And even then, we haven't been following that, like, ever. Like, we've rarely have ever followed that shit. Like, Bush did that so he can get into the wars, but yeah, have we actually followed it? No. Like, Obama never followed it. He just, like, tapped it on with the last two that were congressionally voted on, and then have done it since. And I'm sure we've been doing that even prior to that, too.
Speak of giving you the power to offer our military to a foreign power like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to use as they wish. President Trump, your words and actions are a betrayal of my brothers and sisters in uniform.
Oh my God, again. This is like one of my biggest peeves about her is like she does this so much. The brothers and sisters in uniform thing. It's like look, I really do get it, but come on. Like you say, this is like the 5th time in like a minute and a half vid.
The American people and our Constitution. My fellow service members and I, we are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, she just kind of called out is there. I mean, unfortunately, the thing is, unfortunately, Tulsi, yeah, he ain't your pimp. But the thing is, the MIC, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, all those corporations and shit, they're your pimp, though. I mean, that's the thing. Not literally them, like all those soldiers and shit that go out in the war. They're the pimps. They're the prostitutes and the pawns, both ways, for companies like them. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that make the money. They're the ones who really are get successful from shit like this. All right, I think we're... Oh, wow, last one. Okay, cool. Wow. Well, fine. Wow. Wow, I feel like I just had a lift weighted off my chest. Israel election updates. No clear winner. And second election... You know what, before we get into this, I need to just take a break really quick. God damn. There. Oh, my God. I'm just gonna... You know what, I'm going to browse Twitter on my phone. I don't even care. Wow, there was just a lot of shit that I just had to like look at and deal with. It's just like, yeah, I just need to chill for a sec. Man, that was ridiculous, dude. So much, and the last one's just cherry on top too. The cherry on top. Got the cherry on top. The cherry on top. You know what? While I'm doing this, let's just listen to that scene one more time, because I feel like this is the motif and the theme for this little Ignarist take. It's all going according to plan.
You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that, like, a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up, nobody panics. Because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds.
I love it. I love it. I don't know about you guys, but I really want to see the new Joker that's going to come out. Like, I just love... Joker's like an underrated villain. I didn't appreciate him until recently, honestly. Now that I'm like looking at him, he is a very deep character. I just wanted to mention that. Just kissed my mic doing that. It's times like this where a camera actually will be nice, so you can just kind of see me just load a bowl, and at least it'll be kind of like, yeah, loading the bowl, gonna smoke it, but it's gonna be a nice hit, you know, and at least y'all can kind of anticipate the sight of that, but you just kind of have to hear this very light ASMR sounds of me just like, you know, just sliding in there. Then the flick of the bic. Just suddenly become an ASMR channel. I might do that. I just might do one video like that just for the fuck of it. Just to see how it works out. Because if it gets positive something, I don't know. I might do another one just for the fuck of it. I don't know what I'd do, though. I guess I'll figure it out if I decide to. I mean, it's just a thought that just came into my mind. I don't think I'm actually going to, but I don't know, maybe. I mean, I do got the mic to do some really good ASMR, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, I could do really interesting voices and stuff like that, so it is possible. All right, well, let's finish this shit up. Last story. Oh, wait, hold up. I need to get the last scene up, right? All right. Israel election update. No clear winner in second election in 5 months. Third time the charm? No. I'll give you the quick answer. All right, well, Israeli voters apparently failed for the second time in 5 months to hand Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a clear victory in Tuesday's balloting with exit polls indicating his right-wing Likud party and its allies shy of the 61 seats needed to capture a majority in the 120-member Knesset. I'm assuming that's basically like their Congress. Netanyahu called the election because he was unable to form a government following April's voting. So, from what I can get at is that, like, here's what I do know. Like, Netanyahu is is like going through like some trial, or like he's being charged with like some corruption charges and shit, but is still trying to solidify power, obviously, which, you know, for him is very important because he wants to continue a lot of the involvement into Iran, into the apartheid in Palestine, et cetera, et cetera. So they have, so he has a very good, for him, good reason to try to solidify power. I cannot say that we are satisfied with the exit polls. Likud Knesset member Miki Zohar told YA-Net, "What we are seeing now is that there are no clear win for the left or the right." Okay. Blue and white Knesset member Hili Tropper said the results show Netanyahu has failed in 2 straight elections to win a clear majority. Can't you just, like, be an actual democracy and just, like, if you don't win the election, just fucking admit you didn't win the election? You authoritarian shitbag. I don't see Gantz being able to form a government either, so either be Netanyahu or a third election. Just, oh my god. So basically, the rundown is no clear winner in the second election, so Netanyahu might just solidify power, or a third election where he might also win again. So it's just basically, you know, let's try to drag this on as long as possible so I can stay in power, you know, just in case I can't. And if so, let's get somebody who will support my positions and my ideas and going forward with this type of thing, and yeah, and just continue the bullshit. So, who knows? I'm not totally invested in Israeli politics, besides the fact of what they fucking do for their crimes and shit. But yeah, from what I'm hearing here, Netanyahu is facing possible indictment on fraud, bribery, and other charges. I wonder why. If only I could think about why that could be a thing. The charges stem from 3 cases in which he allegedly agreed to political favors in exchange for gifts or favorable media coverage. Oh, I wonder why. And who does that sound like? I'll leave you guys to think about that one. But anyway, yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just drained. So, YouTube, the homepage, yay. Boss, Hugo Boss. I've actually read up about that guy. He's a really interesting character. It's fucking, like, fashionable uniforms, I'll say that much. But yeah, let's just browse here really quick. Let's just see what. Let's just see what's all going on here. Oh. I'll have to check that out. I like war films, so. Oh, well, yeah, you can see what I'm listening to. Yep. Just, you can see what I've been browsing lately, I suppose. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. I'm done. I'm going away. You should too. Go away.